101.9, 1450. Online and on your phone at WGNSradio.com. The GNS in our call stands for Good Neighbor Station. That's been our objective since 1947. WGNS, AM, FM, and online. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. United Communications is MTE's internet company, serving homes and businesses throughout the mid-state with super-fast and 99.99% reliable fiber internet service. Find out more at mte.com/internet. United Communications, fast, local, fiber. Time to chat about the Center for the Arts today. We have the honor of having Regina Ward here as well as Heather Steele, so a lot to talk about. Regina, it's been a few months since we've had a chance to talk. How are you?
I'm well, excited to be back. I mean, I'm here for spring. Not super excited about the rain and the snow, but we're getting there. But it's always a pleasure to be here with you.
Well, same here. And you brought Heather with you today.
I did. So Heather Steele is our program director over at the center, and she is incredibly talented in a variety of ways. For those of you that got to see Little Shop of Horrors, she was also the director of that show, and so always fun to get to kick off the season with a great show and a great run. That had lots of sold out seats. But Heather is also over our art gallery and a lot of our community collaborations and our vocal academy, as well as some of the programs that we're starting to grow.
Okay.
And so she's done a great job, and we've got an amazing artist that's in the gallery right now. And I brought her along to talk a little bit about a program that we're going to run with that artist over the weekend.
Oh, great. Well, looking forward to talking with you, Heather. Good to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So I guess first things first, let's talk about Death of a Salesman, because I've heard Bart mentioning last week, the show is postponed this week. So tell me all about that.
So, you got to love the yucky weather that we have, and a lot of times it brings illness with it. And
Yep.
so one of the things that is really important to not just me, but our entire team, is that we are always trying to keep our volunteer actors safe, our team safe, and our patrons safe. And we have a small space, and we always want to make sure that when a situation arises like it did last week, where we had some COVID positives and some flu positives, we're not putting anybody at risk. And so it's always a shame to have to cancel a show. Nobody wants to do that. It's not a lot of fun, especially when the actors have worked so hard. But also when they work so hard, we want to give them the best opportunity to put their best foot forward and to do it while they're feeling well.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to perform when they're sick.
No, that's very true.
Yes.
Very true.
So, but we will be back on track. Death of a Salesman was supposed to have a 2-weekend run. And so we've been able to condense the shows to 1 weekend. And so their official opening night will be Friday.
Okay. So when you say condense the shows, how are you going to do that? Take 2 weekends and play?
Yes, so we will essentially just run this 1 weekend.
Okay.
We were able to move anyone that had already purchased a ticket or was a season ticket holder. We moved them over to this weekend in any available seats that we had open
Gotcha.
as well.
Okay. So you were able to accommodate everyone who was
correct.
planning on seeing it last
Yes.
week too.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And so that, that they've got 1 weekend shot at it here, so go out with a bang, right?
Yes, they're going to go out with a bang, and it's a great cast. The story's a little somber, but I consider it to be a classic. I love when we have an opportunity to do a play. I think a lot of people know that we do musicals really often, but we also have some amazing actors that not always are singers as well. And so to have the opportunity to also do a straight show is always a lot of fun for us.
So right after Death of a Salesman, we go into something pretty quick and special too, right?
Yes. And so we will open Dear Miss Barrett. I'm getting my dates right. Thank you. March 1st. And so what we are probably most excited about with that show is that it was written by a local composer, Michael Carrick, who is actually the composer laureate for the state of Tennessee. This story is a little bit of historical fiction, but it is based on a Bostonian family, and it is really beautiful. The score to the show is gorgeous, and this is only the second time that it's ever been performed in Middle Tennessee, and so we are really, really thrilled to have the opportunity to put it on our stage. It's a part of our community enrichment series, which is new for us this year, and is an opportunity for us to try to bring in different types of shows that also hit different demographics of people. So for those folks out there that are history lovers, and I would say even lovers of the written word, this story is based a lot around letter writing, and I think that they'll really enjoy it. It's really beautiful.
So the community enrichment series, what kind of tell me a little bit more about what that means?
Yes. So we have a lovely community of theater goers here. What we want to be able to do is kind of stretch our arms out a little wider and see who else we may be able to bring into our fold. And so Dear Miss Barrett being the first of the series for us gives us an opportunity for people who are looking for new works and original works in the area. This is the show that you want to come see. The second show in that series is Tick, Tick, Boom, which is the story of Jonathan Larson and how he wrote the hit musical Rent. It is, I like to say, really hot with the kids. It was a Netflix piece 2 years ago.
Sounds right.
Yes. And it is, again, lovely music, a younger generation really discovering Rent for those of us that grew up with it and love that story. It is really awesome to see high school students and college students really coming to learn about the first story prior to that. And so Tick, Tick, Boom is going to be that for us this year. The third show in that series is A Raisin in the Sun, which is the very definition of classic. I will be super honest with you, Brian. When we released this in the show season as a part of the community enrichment series, we had some people say, A Raisin in the Sun, what is that? I've never heard of it before.
Really?
And I about died. And so I say all of that because we do want to be a part of continuously having conversations about all of the communities that we're a part of, certainly including the African American community, and that is such a staple and a beautiful show, and so we are excited to include it as a part of that series. And then last is White Christmas. As you know, we did White Christmas last year,
right,
and announced that it would be a continuous effort for us, and so again, that being a part of the community enrichment piece, that gives us an opportunity to reach our arms out really to anyone. We want it to be a traditional piece. We want it to be a show that people bring their friends to, or, you know, a gal's night, or we had several people this year who brought their grandparents with them to see the show.
Oh,
and
nice.
we just thought that was really special. And so we want to be able to continue that as well.
And that brings maybe some tradition at Christmas time
right.
too, you know?
Yes. And I think that tradition is really powerful in our community, and there are so many things that we have that are becoming traditions here in Murfreesboro. Certainly, to mention Main Street Murfreesboro's efforts downtown and the Christmas tree lighting that we have the pleasure of always getting to be a part of, and we hope that this can just be an additional conduit with that.
Awesome stuff. We're talking today with Regina Ward and Heather Steele with the Center for the Arts. Boroarts.org online, where you can find lots of information. And Heather, I hope you don't think we forgot about you, but now it's the Heather Steele Show. Talk to us a little bit about the art gallery exhibit that's there now.
Okay, Okay, so the exhibit that we have up right now is called Hello Beautiful. It is primarily charcoal portraiture by a woman named Nadine Shillingford. She is local to Nashville and just has some really beautiful work. She mixes charcoal with pastels. She also has some acrylics and some mixed media pieces that are up in the gallery. That is just really lovely pictures of women. And she will be in the gallery on Saturday at 10 a.m. for a Meet the Artist event that we have. So she's going to come and talk to our patrons about the way that, kind of the way that she goes about her work and her connection to this particular style of art. And we're just really looking forward to having her and learning a little bit more about her process on Saturday morning.
So, do you have to register for that event?
You do not have to register, and it is a free event. So it is open to all. We will just keep pulling out chairs. However many more people want to come. We are so excited to have anyone who wants to drop by. It should be about an hour or so on Saturday morning.
A lot of people may not realize that there is an art gallery at the Center for the Arts.
That's right. Yeah. So a lot of people know us as a theater, but we also have an art gallery. We have display change every couple of months, and this exhibit is up through the weekend. So it's been up through January and February, and we'll have a new one coming in March 1st with the opening of Dear Miss Barrett. But we are open from 9 to 5 every day. People can stop in and see the art. It is free admission, so if you're out and around in Murfreesboro and looking for a little stop in, something to do for a minute, we would love to have you come in and take a look.
And I mean, free is great, so you might as well come in and take part in that. And Regina, is this more? I know that the art gallery has been there for a while, but bringing attention to the art gallery, I guess, is maybe a focus now for you.
It certainly is. I mean, we feel a little bit humbled to be one of the only public art galleries in the Rutherford County area. And so for us to have that ability to share with the community, we feel like it's our responsibility to do so. Nadine's work is not only beautiful, but she happens to be an African-American artist. And so the ability to highlight her during Black History Month was really important to us. Her art is mainly of African-American women as well. I like to say she's a double whammy. Not only is she kind and lovely and very talented, she's also a professor at Meharry. And so she kind of brings a different way of creating. And we were really excited when she agreed to want to share that with our community. We want people to certainly know about our theater and continue to attend our shows. But we are called Center for the Arts, not just Center for Musical Theater, Dance, and Shows. And so when we have the ability to, we love to be able to highlight the other types of art that are so rampant in our community, and give people the opportunity to come see art, purchase art. Many of our artists in the gallery will sell their artwork as well. And I don't know about you, but I love having local art on my walls at home too.
Sure, absolutely. Got a couple of minutes left here, and Heather, I think you had a few other things maybe to talk about the Vocal Academy and anything else that maybe you wanted to speak about.
Okay, yeah. The Vocal Academy is really just trucking along. We're doing great. We have quite a few new students this session. So we offer lessons for students beginning at age 10 all the way up through adults. And our teachers are great at working with beginners as well as people who are much more established as vocalists. We offer lessons, 30-minute and 60-minute lessons. And what else to say about the Vocal Academy?
So the Vocal Academy also has a recital at the end of every session. And so I think something that Heather and I talked a lot about kind of at the beginning creating this with Royce Phillips, who is over the program directly, is that we don't want it to just be for youth or only for people who are beginners. We also want to be able to help people who are prepping to audition for shows, whether that's with us or somewhere else.
Sure.
Our teachers are not only very talented, they are well educated in that space. And so we're able to see a new student at intake and have a conversation about what their goals are, who the best fit for an instructor might be for them, and what they're looking for. And then at the end of every season for them, or that session, we do have a vocal recital, and that's always really fun to watch people get to showcase their talent and have their family members come cheer them on as well.
Yeah, very good.
It's its own little mini show.
Mini show.
And it's nice. We have, like I said, we have students that are children and adults, and some of our adults are beginners, and some of our adults have been singing for a long time, or they might be some of the actors who work with our musical theater program. But there's more to singing than just singing in the shower.
That's right.
So if you're a sing in the shower kind of person, but maybe you're ready to branch out a little bit and learn a little bit more about that craft, then we have an opportunity to take some voice lessons with some really talented teachers.
And I guess you can find out more at boroughwarts.org.
Absolutely, yes.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you both being here today. It's been awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Brian.
we'll do it
Thank
again
you.
soon.
Yes,
That's
sounds good.
Regina Ward joining us in studio, along with Heather Steele with the Center for the Arts. And again, find out more about the center at boroughwarts.org. That's boroughwarts.org. And if you missed part of the show today, you can listen back to the podcast. It'll be up shortly at WGNSradio.com. In fact, go to WGNSradio.com/listen to see where you can hear your favorite WGNS shows live and on demand, and even watch on Big G TV. That's WGNSradio.com/listen.